We are now living in a world, an era of artificial intelligence, where attention spans are measured in 30-second reels, and adult learners are still being taught at a 10th grade level of comprehension. This type of comprehension and application can impact every decision that your officers make in the performance of duties. And because the higher legal accountability established under the reasonable officer standard of Graham versus Connor, believe it or not, every decision made could be traced back to what and how you taught or what you failed to teach in the classroom. But let's cut through the nonsense. As an instructor or field training officer, you have one mission: hold adult learners up to their greatness and not their limitations. I am Charles Rambo, a certified Georgia Post senior instructor with over 28 years of field tested and court vetted experience in law enforcement learning management systems. Did you know that how you develop and deliver training could rewire the cellular structure of how people learn and retain knowledge for a greater level of trust and performance? That's why right now I'm calling on a nationwide rejection of incompetent course management practices where claiming to be an instructor without a solid curriculum is like carrying a badge without authority. Appeasing students that training is a vacation away from the workplace with long lunch hours, extended breaks, and early dismissals to accommodate for your lack of real curriculum. And if you think that death by PowerPoint presentation is the key, maybe the click to the next slide is what actually keeps people motivated that the course is almost over. Don't be offended. Be prepared. Because when individual and collective students from a course that you taught called as material witnesses, you and the training file may be the preponderance of evidence that will write tomorrow's settlement check. Candidly speaking, the field of instruction deserves better. The students that you serve deserve better. And real instructors like you who are committed to holding up the workforce to their greatness will now have a tool to demand better. That's why I created this first of its kind professional manual. Your lesson plan might become Exhibit A. Accredited by Georgia Post, this manual is not information. This is activation where you will analyze how instructional design, rooted in neuroscience, can transform classroom instruction into courtroom defensible responses. Apply the ADDIE model, construct immersive, brain-based training that connects learning through resilience, repetition, and realistic decision-making. Evaluate the strategic use of AI and multimedia to augment, not replace, instructor-led courses. Implement Socratic lecture and sapiential authority to foster decision-making, critical thinking, and critical judgment in high-stakes law enforcement environments. I've pioneered this approach throughout my career, where now hundreds of emerging instructors are now using this new field of knowledge to develop law enforcement instructional design systems that drive trust, competence, and legal resilience. Scan the QR code now. Download your professional manual. Enroll in a one-on-one or cohort-based training certificate for 4 hours of post-credit that will put you on the road to mastery, that wherever your training expertise is present, everything in the organizational culture begins to change.